What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Booba Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got some interesting news, man, some breaking news, man. As Forbes has listed Deontay Wilder as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. The #1 pound-for-pound most popular fighter in the world, right? And a lot of people are not happy with the fact that Forbes decided to place Deontay Wilder as #1 on their pound-for-pound list, right? They're stating that it's no way possible that Deontay Wilder can be placed #1 on the pound-for-pound list when he hasn't unified any divisions. These are the reports that are coming out, right? They're upset that Deontay Wilder is rated #1 on the pound-for-pound Forbes list, as they're citing that, you know, he hasn't done anything, right? He hasn't unified any divisions. So how could he possibly be ahead of guys that's have unified their divisions and, you know, have become undisputed and, you know, so on and so forth, right? So there's a lot of people upset with this, right? Because they're saying that he's ahead of guys like Terence Crawford, VASYL, Lomachenko. So here's the list, right? Pound-for-pound Forbes list. Deontay Wilder at #1, right? He's ranked #1. World Boxing News also has him ranked #1, right? #2 is Terence Crawford. #3 is VASYL Lomachenko. #4 is Anui. #5 is Canelo Alvarez. #6 is Alexander Usyk. #7 is Juan Francisco Estrada. #8 is Errol Spence Jr. #9 is Gennady Triple G Golovkin. And at #10, Manny Pacquiao closes it out at #10. Manny Pacquiao is #10. So there's people highly upset, and that Forbes and World Boxing News have ranked Deontay Wilder #1 pound-for-pound. And we know why, because guys like Tyson the Gypsy King Fury is not even on the list. Guys like Anthony Joshua, who's quote-unquote the most popular, the A-side, the biggest star in the sport of boxing, not named Canelo Alvarez, is not on the list. You got guys like 4-division Mexican superstar boxer Saul Canelo Alvarez coming in at #5. People are not happy about this, right? You have VASYL Lomachenko coming in after Terence Crawford, who Terence Crawford is in the same promotional company as VASYL Lomachenko. Right? And you give VASYL Lomachenko, who is unified at lightweight, who has this decorated amateur background, and he rolls into #3. There's even guys complaining about Terence Crawford coming in #2, seeing as though he was undisputed at one point in time in his career, and he's still undefeated, right? People are just not happy with this. Alexander Usyk, who was undisputed at cruiserweight and is this superstar and just moved up to the heavyweight division. They're not happy about this. They're just not happy about this. Well, this is what we've been telling you guys, right? Regardless of the agenda that's being pushed. Never mind the naysayers about Deontay Wilder, talking about his style. He's the most exciting boxer in the sport. He's the most exciting combat fighter, point blank, hands down, period. Right? Whether it be MMA, whether it be kickboxing, whether it be regular boxing, whether it be wrestling, it doesn't matter. He's must-see TV, right? And this is what we try to tell people. Right? He's not getting knocked out. He's knocking people out, unlike Anthony Joshua, right? You understand? So when he fights guys that are less competition, guess what? They get knocked out, unlike Alexander Usyk, right? Who barely stopped Chaz Witherspoon, right? Tyson Fury went tooth and nail with Otto Wallin. If you put Otto Wallin in the ring with Deontay Wilder, we know what happens, and we know the complaints that's going to come, right? People are going to complain, and they're going to say, oh, well, he fighting Otto Wallin. Who is that? Right? Right? Terence Crawford, yeah, he could be up there, but guess what? Terence Crawford, in his last 4 fights, haven't fought anybody that the world want to see, the boxing world. He's fought Jeff Horn. Right? Okay, that was credible. Everybody gave him a pass for that because that was his first fight at welterweight. Then he fought Jose Benavidez. Okay, a hardcore boxing fans knew who Jose Benavidez was, blue chip boxer as he was coming into the pros. So hardcore boxing fans knew who Jose Benavidez was. Then he fought Amir Khan, right? That was questionable. Nobody wanted to see him fight Amir Khan, as everybody feels like Amir Khan is far past his prime. Now he's fighting Kavakuskis, the Mean Machine. This is not a fight that people are clamoring about. So this is why Terence Crawford dropped on the standings, right? Now, and he only dropped to number 2. Now let's get to VASYL Lomachenko, unified at lightweight. Yes, VASYL Lomachenko unified at lightweight, right? But then he went the route of becoming a franchise champion with the WBC in order not to fight Devin Haney. After he stated he wanted to get another fight in before the year 2019 ended, he wanted to get another fight in. This is what VASYL Lomachenko said. You understand? And now once that fight became Devin Haney should have been the possibility before he went to Undisputed against Richie Coleman, Teofimo Lopez winner next weekend, right? He decided to vacate. And the boxing world wasn't happy about that. Point blank and period, right? Errol Spence dropped on the list, undefeated, unified, welterweight superstar boxer, right? He dropped on the list simply because of the accident. Everything is a question. Nobody knows what's going to happen with Errol Spence. So Errol Spence dropped on the list. SAUL Canelo ALVAREZ, everybody said was the face of the sport of boxing, right? You never see any true numbers. Nobody liked how the fight ended and played out with Sergey Crusher Kovalev. Not to mention people clamoring to see him fight the likes of Demetrius Andrade, the likes of Jamal Charlo, Caleb Smith, you know, Arthur Beterbiev if you're going to stay up to 75, Dimitri Bivol, right? And he's not going that route. He has now named guys on his list that nobody's heard of. The guy that Caleb Smith just beat is a possibility for Canelo Alvarez in May. Nobody wants to hear that. Anui is relatively unknown here in the States, so he dropped on the list, right? The monster, but he didn't look like the monster against Nonito Donaire, who people was claiming that was over the hill. Just like I told you, Nonito Donaire, I keep telling y'all going to listen to me one day. I told y'all Nonito Donaire going to shock the world. He's going to put up a great fight and it's going to go the distance. What happened? He put up a great fight. At times looked like he was on the way of stopping Anui and went the distance. Just like I told you was going to happen, right? So this is what happens. Alexander Usyk couldn't stop Chaz Witherspoon. Chaz Witherspoon ran out of gas, right? And nobody heard from Chaz Witherspoon in years. And now Chaz Witherspoon became the opponent until Alexander Usyk's defense. His opponent, who was supposed to fight, and Carlos Takam was injured and had to keep pulling out. Thus, the reason why he went the route Chaz Witherspoon. No slight against him for having to fight Chaz Witherspoon, but you're supposed to get rid of Chaz Witherspoon. You're supposed to knock Chaz Witherspoon out. He didn't. He stopped him, but that was more so Chaz Witherspoon had nothing left to continue, more so than he was actually hurt. So this is the way it goes. Now, I believe that Manny Pacquiao, a division Filipino superstar boxer, should be far much higher on the list than he is at number 10. He should be past Anui. He should be past Alexander Usyk. He should be past majority of the guys on this list. Actually, he should be at number 2 at this point in time. He just beat Keith Thurman, who was undefeated, who was the WBA champion, who was former unified. He was a hungry, young, and people didn't think Manny Pacquiao was going to be able to pull it off. He just did it in dramatic fashion, in an exciting fight, and continuing at the age of 40. So I think that Manny Pacquiao should at least be at number 2. Because of Terence Crawford's last 4 fights, he should drop on the list to number 3. He should be ahead of Alexander Usyk, who struggled with Luke Campbell, who struggled with Jose Pedraza. So Manny Pacquiao deserves, after his resume, and he continues to do it, he deserves to be at number 2, hands down. Right? But when it comes to Deontay Wilder, just like I told y'all, he's the most exciting fighter in the sport of boxing. He's the most exciting fighter in combat sports, period. Hands down, bar none. He's must-see TV. And I told you guys this, right? And so now you're getting a bunch of guys that's going to be complaining. You're going to see a bunch of videos about people complaining about this. And guess what? Guys like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are not even on the list. Not even on the list. Right? Because Anthony Joshua went in there with a guy that was 20-1 underdog, got dropped 4 times and stopped. Now he's going into the highly anticipated rematch this upcoming Saturday. And guess what? There's rumors and reports coming out that he's been hurt, stagnant, and dropped in sparring again, just like the last time. We know Joey DeWecco had been rumored to stop him the first time. Now we're hearing it again for a second time. Right? So here's the proof. Deontay Wilder's must-see TV. Don't let the people fool you. Don't let the people tell you he's not. Don't let them tell you the arena wasn't sold out, because it was sold out and it was electrifying. When he made his ring walk, it looked like Michael Jackson or Jay-Z was performing a concert and they were standing still on the stage and everybody had their camera phones on, the light is out, just watching as he was making his ring walk. That's the experience that you got when he was just making his ring walk. Believe that. I was there personally, sitting front row. Right? So here's the thing, right? He's must-see TV. He's knocking out everybody stepping in the ring with. Like I said, Tyson Fury went the distance with Otto Wallin and nearly got stopped. If you put Deontay Wilder in there with Otto Wallin, we know what takes place. Point blank and period. If 9 times out of 10, you put Deontay Wilder in the ring with Andy Ruiz Jr., he's stopping him. Period. And then there would be excuses made. But hey, Forbes got Deontay Wilder #1 on the list. The most exciting, the most popular fighter, and the pound-for-pound best. And so does World Boxing News. Period. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to new media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.